Parlay pals sending pics like it's draft day. Maybe we'll give a little lesson like a half day. Now watch us make the line move, what the graphs say. We've been on the grind making mad plays. See, we like the Fab Five, but we don't take timeouts. Watch us change the ball game and take the baseline out. Life's a party, yeah, we know it, but it's game time now. Our profits rocking to the moon and we on space time now. You see, we trying to beat the bookies like we're Tyson. Listen to the pod, we're trying to bring the people right in. Show them how to do it, we gon' talk and get you through it. We the best that's on the pod and guarantee we gon' prove it. Parlay pals, parlay pals, parlay pals.
Welcome back to Parlay Pals. We have an emergency. This is a first on any show, I think, ever. Joe has a root canal and is in immense pain. So we're gonna throw the outline of the show out the window. Joe's gonna give his pick and get out of here for some medication. So without further ado, week 8 picks. Jumping a few times, I guess I'll give the record before you get out of here and get some medication, is 4-3. He's in second. I don't know if he can use his brain because he's got a root canal. I'll stop talking, let him give his pick, and then we'll get out of here. Well, he gets out of here.
Oregon's getting 2 at UCLA. 3:30 game. Take the money line. We're not taking the points.
Okay.
Can you take those plus 110? See you guys later.
Let's see who we pick.
Oregon money line.
Oregon money line.
Well, that was a very, very good way to start the show.
Hold on, I'm taking the points.
Prayers up to Joe.
Points, but he's giving Penn State money line.
Are we taking the points or the money line?
He's taking money line, I'm taking the points.
Okay, we are taking the points.
We're taking.
This is with the advantage of him going.
Should I move to the desk or are we just leaving that empty?
You know what?
Can you move to
I
the
think
desk?
Sean gets the desk. Sean, today is the day for the desk. Are you excited for the desk, Sean? Watch the lamp on the way over.
Why did you
go that way?
I don't know. Oregon, are they getting 2 or 2.5?
2.
And they're playing.
They're playing UCLA at UCLA.
That was a game I would be on UCLA if Joe didn't pick, by the way.
It seems like a weird line because Oregon has playoff aspirations.
Everyone should be on Oregon. If Oregon was -6, I would bet Oregon, but because it's UCLA -2, I would bet UCLA.
I saw reports that like UCLA's quarterback is hurt.
Yeah.
And that like he can't throw. I don't know what he's hurt. What did he hurt?
That line doesn't make sense.
Makes no sense.
I'm taking UCLA.
What are you talking about? This dude showed up and he was in immense pain. He's crying on the set, and you're gonna take the other pick that he gives?
It has trap written all over. I feel like.
Well, too bad. It's Oregon plus 2.5.
I don't like this.
No. I'm here, baby. 5-2.
All right. So I was gonna say the theme of this show is strictly business, but we're already flipping picks while people leave the show, and it's already a fucking train wreck. But overall, thank you for coming back to Parlay Pals. Make sure you give us a follow on Twitter at Parlay_Pals. Last week wasn't our best week, but overall, Seanybrawny, we're 17-1. Isn't that kind of bizarre?
Yeah, it's bizarre. We're even. If we're 0 units ahead, 0 units down.
We couldn't even try to do that again if we tried to go exactly 17-1.
I think we will do it again.
Probably.
Well, the reality of the situation is that we're down. Well, we're not really down, man, but we're running out of time. How many weeks are in college football season? We're on week 8.
We have 6 more left.
All right, so we got
plenty of time.
We got a little less than halfway left, so we still got time. We get to turn the page and put one together this week.
Look, Sean's already got more words coming out of him than the desk. We should put him at the desk more often. The desk got him out of character.
I have
They
zero
say you can't lose your
confidence.
job to an injury. I think Joe now Sean.
Sean's the Tom Brady for Drew Bledsoe.
Wally pipped? Is that what that's called?
What?
Wally
The thing
Pitt?
is called Wally pipped.
Oh.
Wally Pipp got hurt and then Mickey Mantle came in.
Oh, yeah, yes, yeah, that is what happened.
I'm a Yankees fan.
I didn't know the guy's name though.
I didn't even know that.
All right, well, regardless, 17-1. If you haven't, well, I was going to say check out the last episode. The last episode was funny. It was eventful. Were we going for the win? Maybe not, but it was very eventful, fun episode. Today, we're going for the win. We're going for 5. We're going for 5-0. We're going to hit that parlay. We're running out of time. Like I said, strictly business. I was going to wear a shirt and tie today because it's that much business.
It's not really a good start when one of our players does say, Oregon money line, and then runs out the door. I'm like, all right, we're taking the spread now.
Yeah, we're taking a spread, 2.5. I like it. So let's get into week 7 recap. Arkansas -5.5. They lost the game to Auburn, 38-23. Money Mike's pick. And frankly, Bo Nix came to play last week.
Yeah, I can't talk shit on Bo Nix anymore.
That's one guy I can't figure out.
I've been a Bo Nix guy the whole time.
You've always been a Bo Nix guy?
Oh, since his freshman year, I've been a big Bo Nix guy.
Do you ever get him right?
The first game of his college career I got right, haven't gotten one since.
I can't figure out Bo Nix.
Every time I bet against him, he wins.
He beat Oregon in his like freshman debut, and I've been on him ever since.
I can't figure him out. I mean, you would say he could come and show up in the big games, but sometimes he doesn't.
He gets smoked sometimes.
Yeah.
What did you say, John?
I say he gets smoked sometimes.
Yeah, it doesn't matter good, bad.
He did the smoking this
So
time.
he did come to play Arkansas. Did they really have a shot in that game? -5.5.
No, dude.
I do like their quarterback. Their quarterback's
KJ
good.
Jefferson is good. More of a runner than a thrower, but
Yeah, I agree. So we lost that one. Next, we went to Michigan State, -4.5. They covered against Indiana, 20-15. Wasn't easy by any
No,
margin.
it was not easy.
But they got the job.
We got it. We got the job
Got
done.
the job done, but Michigan State's offense did not look good.
No, not at all. Like, I was like sweating the entire game. I remember like with 2 minutes to go, they were up by 5, I believe, and I think they went 3 and out with like 2 minutes to go. And I forget exactly what happened, but like I was like, oh my god, Indiana's gonna come back and score right here. I'm gonna lose.
Did you watch the game on Gamecast?
I did not watch it on Gamecast. I watched it on the front
TV?
on the big TV.
On big TV.
On the big TV.
I did a daily fantasy of college football for the first time, and I'm like, this Walker kid's supposed to be a Heisman,
Same.
so I took him. He had like 45 yards.
He
I
did
had him and their quarterback.
He did jack shit
Yeah.
that game.
He was going for like 30 points a week. The 1 week I do it, I pick him, and he does nothing.
It really
I think
pissed.
I'm done with that.
Yeah, it really pissed me off. Like when Michigan State was in victory formation, Indiana was trying to like get the ball. Like even though they were in victory formation, they just weren't giving up. I'm like, come on, like it's like over.
I'm nervous for Indiana because I don't know if any of you took it this week, but I'm just going to say it anyway. I was looking at Ohio State -20, and you can't really get a gauge on Indiana as a team because I looked at their schedule. They had played some tough games.
Yeah, they have.
And they played them close. So I couldn't do the Ohio State though I wanted to. So maybe we're just reading Indiana wrong based off the record. Michigan State, we see 4.5. We think that's a rollover. Indiana could be a good team. We just don't know because they have a tough schedule.
I also thought Michigan State didn't play the best. So.
And that Indiana spread's moved up to 21, and you get right on that football number, 3 touchdowns. It's a lot tougher at 21
Yeah,
than
21 flat.
Yeah, 21 flat.
Oh, I thought it was 21-5, but
I just think that no one, like the public thinks they have a read, that Indiana stinks, but I don't think they truly stink because they have one of the toughest record. I mean,
Is the quarterback still out? I know Penix was out. He didn't play last week. He was the quarterback that did really well last year. When they came out of nowhere and had a really good year, I know he's been hurt.
Quarterbacks is tough in college because the starter will go out and then the guy who comes in could be like the next big thing.
Yeah, and
like
also
Oklahoma,
the coaches don't have to give out like an injury report in depth like they do in the pros.
Oklahoma, Florida.
Sean Clifford, you have no idea when he's playing, when he's coming back with Penn State.
Yeah, I saw that because I was thinking about taking Penn State.
Yeah, they just won't release it. Oklahoma, they shut off media access to practice because some dude was spying on the practice and saw that Caleb Williams was taking the ones and Rattler wasn't, but they didn't announce who was going to be the one, so we restricted all media access.
They don't even have to say like what he hurt.
No.
It said like
it can be like lower body, upper body, like hockey. Like
it says undisclosed injury that which Wichita has.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know. So it's just not I think that's wrong. I think that's something that the NCAA should probably change
Especially
because of the
people are
betting world.
betting.
Yeah. The betting world is skyrocketing up in this world. It's such a big thing now. I think that should be a priority, is given the injury report, just like the NFL.
Exactly.
Even though the NBA report, Joel Embiid is questionable every game.
Yeah. There's ways around it, but like, at least make them put something.
usually every questionable is like they're pretty much gonna play.
Yeah.
All right, the worst pick of the week, Mizzou plus 8.5. I don't know if it's like that. They lost 35-14 to A&M. They've never had a shot. Missouri has the worst run defense I've ever seen in my entire life.
That was the only college football game I watched on Saturday, and there was not a shot in the world that was going to cover.
They actually kept it. I texted you guys. I was like, I think it was like it was a crazy text message. I said, I think Mizzou weathered the storm. I was like, don't laugh, but I think Mizzou weathered the storm. It wasn't a great game, but what makes me a little bit of angry is that if I correctly faded myself, because my original pick was the over and took the under, it would have hit.
You did say on the show.
Instead you went 0 for 2.
Hate yourself. You're not.
Instead I went 0 for 2, so turn the page. That's I'm gonna get that tattooed on me, the turn the page. But last game was Kentucky plus. Two more games. Kentucky plus 23. That was that more of like a backdoor cover? That hit. They covered 30-13. Georgia missed an extra point, and I forget how the game ended. Did Georgia get stood up at the goal line?
No, Kentucky scored on the goal line in the last play.
Definitely.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, it was a complete backdoor cover.
Yeah.
So Kentucky scored on the last play. They kept going, and I think Georgia even missed an extra point during the game. 30-13, what's that, 27? I don't know, I guess it didn't matter.
17.
It was the Turn the page. So 17, whatever. They covered. Good job, Joey. Get your tooth fixed. We're pulling for you. Hashtag
Joey Two Toots. What are we doing here?
I don't know, no hashtag. So here your last game was Tennessee Ole Miss with the biggest total ever, over 82. The score was 31-26. It was a total of 57 points, and it did not hit TranMan.
No, I mean, I thought it was going to be a fun bet, but we weren't even close. So, like, as soon as they punted the first time, it's like, all right, we need like a pick six. We need to make something.
What was bizarre was that Joe was at the LSU game in Baton Rouge, in Death Valley, and I probably shouldn't say it. Okay, I won't say it. Because it's illegal what I did for him.
He texted me, can you put
yeah. He's like, can you put a bet in for me? And I was like, okay. So I look and he's like, oh, I want the over in Ole Miss, Tennessee. It was after the first quarter. I don't know what the score was, 13-6 or something?
Yeah, but the total was...
The total was 83 after the first quarter, and it was 13-6.
In the third quarter, it was still 80.
That's 19 points, though. Like
If you just continuously bet the under live through the game, you'd be a million.
Because the total didn't go below what it was at until like the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I don't know. Literally the first quarter, he's like, what is the total? It's like 70 something. I'm like, it's fucking 83. It went up. But Kiffin got hit by a golf ball. I don't know if you guys saw that.
That was
bottle of
funny.
mustard, right?
Yeah, he always snags
He's
the
been
water.
carrying that thing around with him ever since. He's just been trolling the hell out of it. Been posting pictures of it, him and the golf ball, takes it to his press conferences. Just the ultimate troll job.
So that was the week 7 review. Didn't go well. It was a fun week though. Fun week, fun picks. This week, just keeping it strictly business. With that being said, let's just touch on the Ed Ogeron news. I guess we're gonna talk about that. Dude was too horny, so now he's resigning as LSU.
Dude, I saw he was bringing his girlfriend's kids to practice and they were doing the drill.
Is that why they're letting him go, though?
What?
He's kind of been butt since the national
Well,
championship.
I mean, it's an easy out. Like, you can't just fire the national champion coach off for nothing. But that's, they're gonna throw
It's a weird thing because they literally were just arguably the best college football team of all time 2 years ago. And now he's got to resign because, well, he's single now. I mean, he got divorced. But apparently he's just fucking everybody in LSU.
Hey, when you win
National championship coach.
Yeah, you can, like...
He's single, best college football team ever, and he's rich.
no rules were up there.
Don't hate the player.
LSU did.
All right, well, let's get into the standings then. We'll flash them up. Seanybrawny 5-2.
Yawn.
Joey 2-time, not here with us.
He yawned.
Yawn.
Okay. Joey 2-time in second, 4-3. Again, his tooth fixed. He's not here. TranMan 3-4, Money Mike 3-4, and I'm 2-3-1.
4-1.
I'm 2-4-1.
Yes.
Oh God. I gotta start working on math. That doesn't look good.
To see if Joe watches the show or not, should we put in another parlay us four and just see if he can call us out on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna watch the show. Like he's devoted to this shit.
2 parlays this week.
Maybe let's focus on one and hit one instead of making another 5.
One
Four
with
is
you said
easier than 5.
I don't hate that either.
All right. Without further ado, let's get into our week 8 picks. I am the loser at 2-4-1. Thank you for correcting me, Sean.
Yeah, no problem. I just have to
When's
make
the last
sure.
time you won? What's his
I don't know.
I know the date.
When was the last time I won?
September 11th.
That's why I'm about to pull out this thing that you guys are going to be shocked. Week 8 pick, I'm taking Notre Dame -6 versus USC. Notre Dame has covered 3 of the last 4, including double-digit wins against Wisconsin and Purdue. This is more so an eyeball pick. This is a historically bad USC team. They fired their head coach coming off 3 straight home losses. Their quarterback is dreadful. They're going on the road into South Bend against the 13th ranked team in the country, and all we have to do is cover by a touchdown. I really love this pick. Quarterback of Notre Dame, Jack Cohn, got benched last game, came back in the 4th quarter of that game, led them to a win in Virginia Tech. Both teams are coming off a bye week. The Irish don't mess around in this one. They set the tone early, get the job done. I like them by more than 2 touchdowns, so 6.5 should not be a problem. This is strictly business, and here is the big thing that I want to address. Okay, you guys ready for this?
I guess. I mean,
Yeah, sure.
If Notre Dame does not cover this week, I will cover the Parlay Pal entries next week.
All right.
Oh,
shit,
okay.
say less. Works for
All
me.
right.
I need a win. I haven't won since, what's the date?
September 11th.
September 11th, RIP. if Notre Dame, if Notre Dame recovers, if they cover this week 6.5. Well, we win. But if they don't cover, I got the entry fees, $25 a pop. That's $125. I got the Pals next week.
All right, I like where you're headed.
Strictly business this week. I'm not fucking around. I gotta get back on
This
track.
feels like
What time's
a
the
revenge
game?
pick for the Utah.
What time's the game? Did you see it?
7 o'clock at night.
It's a night game.
So this is what I worry about. I worry about that the parlay is over and then you guys are cheering against Notre Dame so I can pay the entry fee next week.
Oh, I'm gonna hedge. If the parlay's over, I'm hedging, and then it's
I'll
a
pick a
win.
game that starts after.
Tell you, I'm gonna show up once he changes his pick on the scene.
I don't have it.
Strictly business. Strictly business. Don't do a show without a pick.
Hey,
I've been looking at the lines the whole show.
I gotta hold myself responsible. I haven't won since September 11th. RIP. Time to cover. If I don't cover, I got you
And
guys.
I like it. Cohn's a good quarter. He's not a bad quarterback. And USC coming east.
That quarterback's gonna be dressed on the sideline. He's gotta play. Cohn's gotta play with a little chip on his shoulder. He's gonna be benched at home. I like USC stinks. The worst, historically worst USC.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
All right, next up is Money Mike.
Skip me.
What do you mean skip me?
I have mine.
This would be
Well,
strictly business. All right, Chris, TranMan's up, I guess.
Yeah. All right.
I'm not taking it anymore.
Oh my God!
Is somebody gonna take it? I mean, if it
You-
falls
you
to
can
me,
take it.
If it falls to me,
What is going on?
I might take it. I might not.
I'm not taking it.
Okay. I guess
But
we'll
I have
skip
two
that
in my head. You pick one or
What are
two.
we
You're
taking?
the hot hand.
NC
one.
State.
We'll go
NC
two.
State.
Two?
Yeah, we'll go 2.
What's this, negotiations going
No,
on?
he's the winning
Strictly
man.
business.
I had two and I couldn't pick, so he had to pick.
I think we should all do what I did. Okay, I'll get crazy. If it doesn't,
No, you just offered me a free bet.
Zero.
All right, you're right. You're right. This is on me. 9/11. 9/11. Haven't covered since then. Covering this week. All right, good. TranMan's up. What's your pick?
So I can't get a bet right to save my life right now.
Okay.
When all else fails, you go back to what works.
Bama.
Since
I knew it.
I was gonna take that.
not on the game, because they might.
Not on the game.
Over.
No, not the over either.
What are you betting on like a parade or a party?
We're taking the first half minus 14.5.
First half minus 14.
This is like
They
at
play
Northwestern.
Navy. They play
Oh,
Navy.
Navy. We're
Since
betting
you-
against America again?
Yeah, we went through this. That's my joke. Good one. Better to find a new slant.
I might bet with America though.
All right, so Chris.
Let me get this. Okay. Since he has to steamroll people to get into the playoff,
Yes.
so they're not going to let up. But if they do, I don't want to have to deal with like a fourth quarter like Navy little backdoor. 14.5 in the first half, Cincy.
And Navy?
Who cares?
No, we've been to Navy. We've been to Navy. The Pals have been to Navy, and we did not come out as
Man, we'll storm back in and.
So wait, if you think they've got to score a lot of points, make a statement, which they do, I agree. What are they, second in the ranking now?
Yeah, they're number 2.
That's nuts. Well, wouldn't you per se that the total should, like, wouldn't you bet the game instead of the first half?
No, because Navy might not score.
Sure.
Did you watch a certain show today that was talking about this?
Is Chris copying picks? Is Chris paying for, is TranMan paying for picks?
No, I had it before, but
I
did
watched
watch.
a gambling show today, and they might have said the exact words like
Oh
Chris
my
just
God, we're gonna get caught for playing. I'm gonna flash the fraud of it. Fucking
I
fraud.
didn't watch the show, but I had it before the show.
What was the show? We gotta give them credit now. All right.
But yeah, I had Cincy before. I was going back to Cincy regardless, and I was.
TranMan, sometimes we turn the page and I go, you know what? TranMan's not gonna be a fraud this week. It's
Hey, if it hits,
the biggest
all
fraud.
that matters. That's all that matters. All that.
Okay, we're keeping it professional this week.
Cincy
Professional
for the
week.
third time.
Professional this week. All right, Money Mike, do you have a pick yet?
Yeah.
We can pretty much throw fucking professional out the window.
I'm gonna go LSU Ole Miss first half under 37.5 at plus 105. They play at 3:30.
Good, because mine's minus 120, so we need the juice back.
The juice,
I
baby.
think mine's minus 120.
I think if LSU does one drive where they take their time in the first half, it's gonna hit. I feel like if they try to run the ball on Ole Miss, keep the ball out of Matt Corral's hand. I feel like it can work in my favor. I've watched a lot of games this year, and every time I watch it, the first half is like 10-7.
LSU, I think that was an outlier game with Florida. Because I've seen LSU play, and I don't think they're that
They're not-
explosive on offense.
No.
They haven't been.
That Mississippi State game?
They might be getting those defense guys back. They had a couple of their number one
I know
freshman
Stingley's
was
out, and
out.
that's their best play. Like, Stingley's out.
I feel like he hasn't played since his freshman year.
It's true. He hasn't.
I like the quarterback for LSU literally played the game of his life last week.
Yeah.
Well, then they ran for a million yards.
Yeah,
That's why I'm hoping they run the ball this one, use the clock in the first half, and it stays a little bit close.
And Ole Miss should be able to stop the run a little bit better than LSU, so maybe that takes the time off. I like it.
37.5 is a lot of points for a half, so.
That is a lot, yeah, that is a lot.
Couple punts, let's cover. All right. Seanybrawny, the leader of the pack at 5-2. Bring us home. Let's get this parlay together. Keep it professional.
Keep it professional. I'm going. I'm going Pittsburgh -3 against Clemson.
Clemson's 0-6 against the spread.
Yeah.
I know.
Clemson
Did you
is-
watch a particular show today?
Yeah. Well, I did.
Why do we even have a show?
I actually didn't watch the show, but the first thing I saw was Clemson's 0-6 against the spread. I'm like, well, let's go 0-7 this week. And Pittsburgh's 5-1 against the spread. I think Pittsburgh's an upwards trending offense with they're like really explosive. I know Clemson's defense is good, but they haven't gone against really anyone that good besides Georgia, who struggled week 1 in offense. And Clemson's struggling in offense, obviously. They DJ Ugo Bugala, whatever his name is, he hasn't looked good. Whereas I don't know who Pittsburgh QB. Pickett
Pickett
has looked really good. He's thrown 21 TDs in 6 weeks.
Pitt stays undefeated.
He might be a finalist. I don't think he'll win it.
I think it's a 7+ point game.
I like the Pitt play a lot. Clemson just getting some points because of their name, and I
Yeah,
think
honestly,
Pittsburgh's a way better team. Aren't they home too? Pittsburgh?
Yeah, Pittsburgh.
But
Yeah.
Clemson might turn it on. They're Clemson.
All right, so we do
They've been
have.
saying that for 6 weeks though.
Yeah, I don't think.
At some point,
Pitt's
Clemson's
not
just
great,
bad.
though.
I know, yeah, and I get it. Like Clemson had the talent's there. Like they have a top 5 recruiting class every year. So like the talent's there.
I've seen what people
There's
are
a
looking
bad
at for
team,
this
I know.
game, and it's pretty split. Like,
Yeah,
people
like
are struggling.
it's a game I just want to stay away from completely.
Well, we're not because we have.
Yeah.
Clemson's defense is really,
All right,
really
I have a little acquisition here before we get out of here.
acquisition. I don't
So
think you know.
yeah, I don't think that's the right. I don't know what you're about to say, but I don't think
What does
that's the right word.
acquisition mean?
Like you
Acquire
you
something?
Yeah, you got something.
Maybe the wrong word. I have a little like
Proposal.
Proposal. Okay.
Proposition is what
Do you know what he's gonna
Okay.
say?
No,
I have a proposition for us. I'm not hammered. Trust me.
Oh wait, before we get that, sorry, fraud. It took you too long. It took you too long to get what you had to get out.
I couldn't figure out the word.
We talked. 4 different people talked about the NC State game, and not a single one. picked it.
Well,
And we were all on the same side.
Here's my proposition.
Oh, okay.
Do we want to add the NC State game to the parlay pals?
No,
make it a 6
we can't do
no, we don't.
We can't.
We can't even hit 5.
We all like NC State. Let's just fucking add it. Okay, the fun show was last week. I gotta get
The
professional.
fun show was this week too.
It's always fun, this show. Parlay Pals. Follow us on Twitter at @parlay_pals. Check us out on YouTube. Subscribe. Give us a like. I think we're at like 20 subscribers. Not great. But hey,
We hit a parlay, maybe it goes up.
we hit a parlay, it goes up. So my proposition is decline.
Yes.
I mean, I'm gonna be on the game, but I'm not.
You know what? I'll accept it. Let's do it.
Well, we got 2-1 though, so.
Most of us went to the pick. All 4 of us thought
I'm
about
going to be on the pick. How does nobody take it?
All right, this is like deal or no deal. Does anybody want to trade their pick for NC State minus
No,
2.5?
no.
Minus 3.
Why don't you? That was your pick, and you said, "Oh, I don't want to take it." I'll let you guys have
And
it.
then it was, yeah.
Because I didn't research it. I wound up not researching it. I just looked at it. I liked it. I
It
haven't
does
researched
scream
it.
take and
Sean, hold on. So,
over.
did you research that game? Did you research a bunch of games first, and then you said, "Oh, my research told me Clemson," or did you pick Clemson and then do research after?
I picked NC State. I liked NC State originally, and then Ryan's like, "Oh, well, I'm picking NC State." So I was like, "Okay." So I'll research another
So
game.
the
'cause I
only
figured I'd pick
reason,
last.
you researched Clemson is because you picked it. What's the difference? It's the same thing. You just looked for facts after you picked it.
Yeah.
I was going to pick NC State.
I saw
You're going to
Clemson.
find facts to support your picks no matter what you say.
I saw Clemson 0-6 against the spread, and I really.
It's not like he was researching a bunch of games and said, "Oh, this game, my research was
Hey.
really good."
I know he can't talk about his 5-2 record, but I'll try and help him out here. He's 5-2. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
5-2. He's got the death. He's 5-2.
3 games above 500, baby.
You want a 4-game win streak?
Nah, 3.
Bold prediction: Sean's not going to finish in first.
Is that bold? He's not good at this.
Sean got
He's
5-2.
I'm 5-2.
Regression to the mean. Just not this week, because we'll hit this week.
Yeah, we're gonna hit this week.
Yes, sir.
Oh, what I'm gonna say before we get out of here, I think we have a couple minutes. We have 6 minutes. I'm throwing out the stupid trend that Sean likes on teams against the spread in the past. like past teams, because I was looking at the USC Notre Dame game, and it's like, oh, USC has covered against Notre Dame. USC had Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart. Like Notre Dame hasn't been good in a while. Why am I going off Notre Dame 0-6 against USC in the past when they had a way better team?
I feel like I haven't.
Doesn't make sense.
I feel like I haven't thrown out that stat in a while.
You've done a majority of it.
Against the spread. Not against the spread. Like past
You
years.
like it'll be week.
But what you do works.
It
works.
might be week 10 this year. You're gonna be like, well, Notre Dame was 0-5 against top 25 teams 3 years ago.
No, I won't.
You do that shit.
At least that's the same.
I did that shit and I was like, why am I doing that? It makes no sense. Though sometimes
I only did for
a big game.
last time I did was when I bet Bama Florida over. I said last year that the over, like that was that.
I'm gonna watch the tape.
But one thing, like I was saying about the Ohio State game, I was looking about going for them 1.5.
That was.
But in the past, Indiana has played Ohio State tough.
Yo, I also was gonna pick.
Like they're notorious for playing the Ohio State tough. I'm like, I know.
Yeah, but I only tried to keep it to this year. I've tried to keep it to this year.
Well, you've done a good job, Sean.
I almost picked the Hawaii game and said fuck you guys and picked a 12 o'clock start.
It's fucked up.
All right, parlays in. Joe needs a new tooth. If Notre Dame does not cover, I'm covering $125 worth of the Parlay Pals. Not the fans though, because I'd be broke at that point. But here's the parlay. Lock it in. Keeping it professional. Oregon plus 2.5. Don't tell Joe. He's got the money line. So if we go 4-1 and Oregon covers by 2 and we win and he doesn't, he will not be happy. Notre Dame minus 6.5 home against USC. Cincy first half minus 14.5. TranMan is taking the pick. It's not his pick.
Wait, that pick wasn't even on the show. First half. Nobody gave that pick.
No, nobody gave that pick, but your reasonings all came from.
Well, yeah, I mean the reasons are pretty obvious. They have to kill people. It's the same thing.
Who's on this one?
17.
LSU.
Oh, LSU. Ole Miss, LSU under 37.5. I like that spread. Ole Miss minus 9.5.
I love it.
Like
there comes a point where like they're not like this isn't going to be like a Coach O goes out and everyone's going to play for him the whole time.
Right.
They're not a good team.
I agree. Like I said, I thought the last game was outlier. Then Pitt minus 3 versus Clemson. That's the parlay. Keep it professional. Hit up Joe. I mean, his tooth is all messed up. He's got to go take some drugs. At least he showed up, gave his pick. Let's win 5-0. Let's win that money. And thank you for watching. We'll be back next week.
And if not, let's have Rod cover up.
Yeah.
Looks like it's draft day. Maybe we'll get
We're out. Sean.
say we've been on the grind making
I'm like, I'm going to go Tigers.
Go Panthers.
Yeah, I couldn't think of it first.
He said, "Ooh."
I couldn't think of her name.
Go James Conner.
Go James Conner.
Does that Panthers?
It's
Who
Bird.
else is Pittsburgh?
I have no idea.
Tyler Boyd.
Wasn't.
Larry Fitz. LaShawn McCoy.
Shit, I feel like I should know that.
Leave all this in.
Huh?
Leave that all in.
I probably will.